What's going on, guys, and welcome back to True to Size. And we have a very special episode for you today. As you can tell, our backdrop is slightly different and we're on location at Adidas's HQ in Herzogenaurach in Germany. I'm Alex Vass, we've got Morgan aka More Prime, and we've been joined by Till.
Yeah, my name is Till Jagla. I'm heading up the concept creation for adidas Originals Footwear. With the brand since 8.5 years now, and I love it.
So Till's going to take us through some of the product today. We've had a little look through the archive, and we're also going to show you something special that's upcoming soon as well.
Okay, so we've had a look early today around the archive, as Alex said, and we've got two very special pairs here. Straight out, do you want to tell us a little bit more about them?
The Marathon TR, one of our most iconic running shoes from the 80s, featuring the trail outsole, which looks like super interesting, I guess. So now I need to put on the gloves. So as you see, the outsole is super iconic. And then I think also very unique is the colorway, the Bluebird.
It's an iconic Adidas colorway, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, and I think it's not only a very important colorway for the Marathon TR. I think it's also, or it belongs to the sneaker culture, I guess. The Dillinger web, actually back then we have embedded to the tooling to have the trampoline effect.
Yeah.
I like to say it's the grandfather of Boost. I really like the colorway. I think the colorway is quite iconic for us.
Beautiful pair.
And then second pair is the Boston Super, also here.
This is super special because this is one of the inspirations behind the NMD, because it's the Rising Star and this as well, right?
And the Micro Pacer. So yeah, those three shoes actually informed the NMD. We really like the Boston Super. We brought it back a couple of years ago in the consortium range. Back then, a high performance shoe for runners, and we are in love with that shoe.
So obviously we've got the Nevermade series coming up. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Nevermade?
Yeah, so Nevermade is also something we talked about internally. So of course we see how the community treats shoes. A lot of customizers are out there, and they just do sort swap shoes. And as NMD was heavily inspired by those three shoes we just mentioned, the Rising Star Marathon and the Boston Super, we just wanted to put those uppers onto the NMD full-length Boost tooling, just to
was that paying homage?
Exactly, have that like now and then outcome.
So obviously we've been talking about the Nevermade collection. Let's get them up on show. I think straight away when you look at the Boston Super, you can see what you mentioned there with the plugs on the side. That is literally identical in placement as on the OG Boston Super. So talk us through these three models in particular.
Yeah, I mean, I touched base on pretty much all of them already. So as you see, the upper is pretty much the same on the Boston Super, so it's almost one-to-one. We have slight adjustments with the NMD heel puller, and then again the tooling we have exchanged from the old one to the NMD R1 full-length Boost tooling. And then the shoe in the center, the Marathon TR upper, we also wanted to put on Boost, because Boost for us is definitely one of the best technologies in the industry. And we wanted to have like the fullest level of comfort combined with a more vintage looking upper. And then last but not least, and this is my personal favorite.
This is the one that stands out for me as well.
Yeah, so the Rising Star upper, we haven't brought them back for quite a while. And I think the upper is just so powerful, and not only because of the silver reflective, but also because of the color blocking and the color combination. And again, somehow it feels so interesting, because if we put that very innovative tooling with a Boost technology underneath that upper, somehow it feels so right. So this is something, I mean, the upper is coming from the 80s and Boost is coming from, I think, 16 and 17.
That's kind of like a question I wanted to ask from like a creation sort of standpoint. How easy is it to take an old shoe that was made with old methods and then put a brand new sole unit on it? Does it just go like that? Is it easy to do?
No, it depends. So it depends on the last. So we have slightly adjusted the pattern just to make it fit. But in general, running lasts are quite similar. So the first prototype we have done in the sample room, it looked pretty good already, and then we have just fine-tuned the pattern and the last.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot now. So, what is your pair of Nevermade? If you could pick two silhouettes to completely join together, which would be your Nevermade?
That's a really good question. So I really like New York's, so the New York. I really like the New York upper, and I would definitely put it on a technical looking tooling. So I think that in general this like merge between authenticity and tech or innovation and functionality is super interesting. And we have so many great toolings as a brand. We have carbon toolings, we have Boost toolings, we have podular, we have full length encapsulated Boost. So a lot of cool stuff. And somehow this speaks to me. So I like that old school vintage 80s running look combined with technology.
I think that's like an important thing for me as well. I mean, when sometimes you're waking up in the morning and you pick up a pair and you're like, am I going to wear these all day? And you're like, it's a cross between I'm going to wear the Boost and it's going to be comfortable, am I going to wear the old thing, it's going to look cool. And this pack's sort of like, no, let's do both. Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, it's really hard to answer your question, to be honest, because I have so many favorite models in Adidas, so it's quite hard to reply to the question. Everyone knows that I'm a big equipment fan, so I would probably choose something out of, I said 80s, but it's also early 90s. I would probably pick something from equipment and then merge it with whatever, Carbon 4D probably.
What about you, Morgan? You're a massive Adidas fan. I mean, I know you're a huge equipment fan as well.
I think it would be EQT Support 93, because that's my favourite, and I'm maybe at 4D. But I think that's the cool thing about this is like you've seen people do it online on Instagram, and it's sort of like Adidas sort of saying, yeah, you guys are smashing it. We want to sort of emulate that and bring it to you with our level of production and quality. Yeah,
I think what's important is that the particular models that you've chosen to kind of start this project with essentially all play a very important part in Adidas's kind of history. So it's kind of starting from a really strong place already.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because I mean now we have just running shoes on the table, but it's also interesting to put a basketball upper on a running shoe, for instance. And we have also done some trials.
That'd be cool.
And it's super cool, or other way around. So there is an interesting area for us as a brand, because again we have invested a lot into platforms, into toolings over the last couple of seasons and years. And for us, it's not like something super commercial. For us, it's more like kind of like this collector item. This is like more for the sneakerhead who really understands the shoes and who really want to have a piece of history. I've read a comment when we brought when we released the I-5923. When we brought that shoe to the market, it was quite interesting how people reacted, because I've read through all the comments, as I always do, and a lot of people said this is something that brings me that like old school look, but also provides me the fullest level of comfort and energy return and all the benefits of Boost. And I think this is also our USP in the market. So this is like something only we can do. And we feel quite, we feel that this is something interesting for us.
Nostalgia / innovation.
Exactly.
I personally really look forward to seeing some of the other styles that will be coming, because I'm sure that this is going to be only the beginning. Till, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for your time.
Morgan, aka More Prime, you're stuck with me, I'm afraid. I've been Alex Vass. We're going to take a little look around the rest of the HQ, but we'll see you next week.